You're watching Maine Biz Sunday, Maine's business news source.
Each year, the editors and staff of Maine Biz look for innovators, young thinkers, as well as the young at heart, and the next group of business and community leaders who possess passion, but also the practical skills needed to turn their vision into a reality. This year, the result is a group that highlights the broad range of Maine's diverse business and nonprofit world. These nexters lead the way in emerging industries as well as established ones. They represent the next crop of Maine's best and brightest. They are Maine today and Maine tomorrow. Maine Biz editor Carol Coltis is here today to introduce us to the people who make up the 2009 Next List. Welcome, Carol. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Alan.
Yeah, I'm glad you could be here, and it's that time of year again. It's like October's becoming kind of the time where we get our pumpkins out and we do our harvest, and we harvest our next group of nexters as well. So it's kind of I set my calendar towards the Next List. This is great. First of all, tell us and our viewers, remind us again what the Next List is all about. Tell us how that started and what we're looking for there.
Well, this is the 7th year that we've been compiling a Next List. And basically, we look for people who are passionate and are doing extraordinary work shaping Maine's economy. Often these are people who are they're flying under the radar. They don't get a lot of publicity for the work that they do. So we like to think that we're tapping into the next wave of leaders and visionaries for the state.
Quickly tell us, before we get into the list itself, kind of the criteria. How does a person get nominated? How do you go about making the selection process?
Well, we have a nomination process all year long, and then we close the nomination at the end of August. And this year we got about 75 nominees, and our staff always have antenna up looking for good next candidates while we're out around the state reporting on our stories. So we look through all of the nominations as well as our own, and we look for people who are committed to their particular endeavor, whether it's a nonprofit organization or it's a for-profit business or it's a civic group, and we look at what they have been able to accomplish in those roles and the impact that they've had, often in their local economies and some on a statewide level as well.
That's great. We were talking before we started shooting about some of the past nexters and the ones we've had, and it's an impressive list. It is an impressive list. I mean, they go on to do incredible things in our state. So let's get right to it. Let's go right through the list and tell us who these folks are, and that way we can see what we're up for this year. So start right in.
Okay. Well, we have, first up is Bettina Dalton. She's the owner of Cellar Door Vineyard in Lincolnville. She came to our attention because she's done a lot to engage people in that community and throughout that county in not only her business, but in festivals and other activities that generate tourism. The next is Jonathan Labonte. He's the executive director of Androscoggin Land Trust. And what caught our attention with Jonathan is his work in bringing a lot of communities together to look at the Androscoggin River as an asset for economic development. And we have Matt Bell. He's the CEO of Northeast Pellets in Ashland. Matt's really a remarkable young man. He designed and he built that pellet mill, the first in Maine, when he was 24, and then operated it well until this year when a fire destroyed it. But he's not giving up. He's rebuilding as we speak. Matt McHatton is a senior vice president at MMG Insurance up in Presque Isle. Matt's one of those guys who's just always working, and he has enormous passion and commitment up in the county and has developed a lot of initiatives to groom new leaders and new managers for the businesses and the civic groups in the county. Megan Williams is the executive director of Hardy Girls, Healthy Women in Waterville. She has been involved in this effort now for a few years, and the group's purpose is to strengthen girls during their most impressionable years so that they have filters to hear messages from society and from culture that try to force them into a particular role. You know, she's really helping develop the critical thinking skills among young girls. William Selinsky, he's the CEO of Excel Golf in Portland. He's a co-founder of a group of young men who all graduated from Maine colleges who are doing really innovative software development for smartphones. They're developing apps that have a golf connection, but really the ultimate goal is to gather data that they would be able to use commercially for marketing and for other commercial purposes. DeVore Culver is the Executive Director of Health Infonet in Portland. He has been working tirelessly to form a collaborative among healthcare practitioners to launch the state's first electronic medical record sharing network. Chris Roberts is the CEO of Barkwheats in Stockton Springs. Chris is one of those great young entrepreneurs whose products are gluten-free and healthy dog biscuits and dog food, and he works tirelessly to promote sustainability and environmental awareness. Suzanne Fox is the owner of Fox Intercultural Consulting Services in Falmouth. She and her partner, who is in China, are doing great work in terms of demystifying how you do business with the Chinese. Warren Cook is the CEO of Saddleback Mountain in Rangeley. Warren came to our attention from various tourism professionals who said that he was really instrumental in bringing about the Maine Woods Discovery Program, which is a collaborative effort to market tourism industries and businesses in western Maine.
Great list. Thanks again for bringing them to us again this year. It sounds like another good group. I am going to be having in our second segment, we're going to be talking with Megan Williams, Suzanne Fox, and William Solinsky, so we're going to get a more of a kind of first-hand interaction with some of the nexters right here on Maine Biz Sunday. Thanks again, Carol. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to talk with 3 of our nexters for 2009.
Maine Biz Sunday is brought to you by Bangor Savings Bank, where you can enjoy free ATMs worldwide.